Yo, what's up, YouTubers? This is GqAthlete, and I'm gonna make a video responses to Tommy's Christian rant where he just goes off. He's swearing, he's angry, he's upset, spit's flying out of the mouth. No, spit's not flying out of the mouth, but you can tell he's visibly angry, and he's using a lot of profanity. So if you do check out his video, please make sure there's no little kids around. He's really upset with this Pastor Javid situation, and I understand, that's his buddy, and he's backing up his buddy, which is cool, And but I don't understand where he really thinks where us Christians are coming from. Now, I don't know the whole situation here. I don't know if this is stemming back from some videos that Snortle Belufagus made. He made one video. It was called Christians Supporting Tommy from the Bronx, which I made a video response to. I'll put a description and a link on the side there. You guys can check it out. And he made a second video. It's called God Wins the I think it's called God Wins the Silver Medal. Basically, what it was coming down to is Christians being friends with Tommy, or Christians leaving, supporting comments on his video series Tommy from the Bronx. Then all of a sudden you see Pastor Javid, and he's a pastor. This is a guy that runs a congregation. This is the guy that feeds God's people, the sheep. And you see this pastor acting as a pimp on this guy's series. Now, in Tommy from the Bronx series, he constantly blasphemes the name of the Lord, right? I mean, Tommy, if you can understand why us Christians kind of get upset, it's because our God is our everything, right? He's up here, our wife is here, our children are below our wife, and everything else is below that, God is number one. So when you take God's name in vain, you know what you do to us? You hurt us, man. Every time I hear that if I'm watching a movie or I see it on TV, it rips my heart apart. Or I hear people at work using it. It physically hurts my heart. Now, I don't know how to explain it, but it does, man. It really does hurt me. So just think about it this way, Tommy. I know your dad died, and I'm sorry that, I think that was last year that happened, and I'm really, really sorry about that. But think about this. Think about if I cursed your dad's name, if I laughed at everything that your dad taught you, and I made fun of you for it, man, you know what? You would get mad, you would get in my face, you'd be upset, and that's how we feel when you use God's name. And so when we see a pastor like this acting in your series, you can understand how we're kind of like, what is this guy doing? This Tommy from the Bronx Tommy from the Bronx series doesn't stand for anything good. It stands for everything what Christianity speaks out against. And then we see him in the series acting as a pimp, calling women hoes. So I guess that's why all this controversy is starting, right? So anyways, as I was doing an internet search, I came across this awesome letter that was written, and I think it pertains a lot to this situation. So after I'm done reading, I would like you guys to maybe, if you want, leave a video response or leave comments below and tell me what you think, if you think it pertains to this situation or if it doesn't. I think it does, and I would like you guys to hear it, so I'm going to read it to you guys. To have the law of God written on our hearts, we must work against the bad influences of society. Be careful what you read, what you watch, what you hear. Be careful who your companions are. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Also, be careful who your virtual companions are. The people in films you watch can easily influence the way you think and feel. Often, even good guys are bad. Much of this evil influence is insidious. It is hidden. Immorality, for example, is presented as normal, acceptable behavior and is falsely portrayed as having no bad consequences. The devil is behind this. What if someone rang your doorbell each evening, came in, and spent the whole evening in your home cursing God, using foul language, and showing dirty pictures to your children? As a Christian, would you not show him to the door and tell him he was not welcome? Yet many Christians welcome such a visitor into their homes each evening. YouTube. If used with extreme caution, YouTube can be a source of useful and upbuilding information. But remember, the one who controls the switch is responsible for what is said and shown in your house. On the day of judgment, we will have to give an account for every idle word. Matthew 12:36. Are we not also accountable for the words our machines speak? Do not deceive yourself. You cannot take fire into your bosom and not be burned. Proverbs 6:27. If you eat garbage, you will get sick. If you fill your mind with garbage, you will have a sick mind. If you look at pornography, you will have a pornographic mind. If you are doing this, stop before you destroy yourself. If you fill your head with feathers, you will be a featherhead. If you fill your heart with materialistic vanity, you will have a materialistic, vain life. As a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Proverbs 23:7. Jesus said, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things. An evil man out of the evil treasure brings forth evil things. Matthew 12:35. I hope this kind of helped you out, and I hope this kind of clears up the situation. And another good thing, you know what? Actually, I would like to read one more thing from you, and this is from Matthew 18:15-17. And of course, all you Bible scholars out there are going to know this one. It's about church discipline. And just let me turn to it here. Church discipline. Matthew 18. Sorry about that. Matthew 18:15-17. And this is about church discipline. This is for all you Christians out there that continues to deal with this matter constantly and don't let it go. If your brother sins against you, go and rebuke him in private. If he listens to you, you have won your brother. But if he won't listen, take one or two more with you, so that by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses every fact may be established. If he pays no attention to them, tell the church. But if he does not pay attention even to the church, let him be like an unbeliever, a tax collector to you. I assure you, whatever you bind on earth is already bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth is already loosed in heaven. Actually, that was to 18. But, yeah, I thought I'd just leave off with that. So like I said, hopefully you can leave a video response or leave some comments. And if I made any biblical errors, Christians, please PM me or just leave a comment below and I'll try to change them or I'll acknowledge what errors I made. Thank you very much, GqAthlete.
Now and back down to biblical days. Counterfeit Jesus is raised in the ages. Search the pages of the Biblion, the Holy Bible, not the Holy Quran. No, Jesus warns us what would come after. Matthew the 24th chapter. What it say? For many will come in my name, saying I am the Christ, but they're really actors. Woe unto those who chosen teachers, a non-biblical Jehovah Jesus. Whoa, they might use the name, but reading another meaning. We must put a stop to the doctrine of demons. I must run this, it might get hostile. We don't want the Christ of one is Pentecostals. We want the incarnate Christ of the apostles, the pre-existent Son, the one of the gospel, the real one. I teach the God-man, honey. Represented the Christians is the real Jesus, the real one. I preach the God-man, holy. Represent the authentic and real Jesus, the real one. I teach the God-man, son. storming. Come to the knowledge of Christ and not to the one of the morning. Jesus is not Lucifer's spiritual brother, and the heavenly Father did not have sex with his mother. Mary, scary, I've seen them two dudes in my hood telling me God was a man at first and progressed to his Godhood. No, eternal is the Godhead. The Father has always been God. That's what the 90th Psalm says. Keep your eyes on Jehovah's Witness, who mistranslate 1 and 1 of John in the Holy Scriptures. They say more to get your mind tangled. They deny Jesus